Hello there, welcome to my bench today. The Hugh here. In this fly tying tutorial I'm going to tie you up a classic dry fly that we all know, the famous herl coachman dry. I done the wet fly version a long while back in my tutorials, but I decided to do the dry version for you this time. It's a good old classic, so we'll get this guy out of the vise, fresh hook in, and I'll get started here. The hook for today is a 94840 mustad standard dry, and I'm going to tie this guy on a 14 this time for you. Get him locked in the vise here, just like so. And thread I'm using on this fly is veevus 14-aught black. It's a nice fine black thread. So we'll start about an eye length right behind the eye here, and we're going to wrap back about halfway on the shank here. Then we're going to come back halfway onto that, and that's our wing placement spot right there, halfway on that thread base. Now for the wing, you can use white duck quill or goose. I'm using goose today, so I have two slips ready and prepared, one from the right and left wing. I'm going to line those up here, get those ready to tie in. Okay. And we want our wing to be about hook shank length as always, so we'll measure that up. Move forward here and we'll come up, over top, come down, pinch it, a little bit snug there, then come up and pull straight up, and then make 2 to 3 wraps back on that, like so. Then we're going to come in and snip these butt ends off, just like so. Then move forward again, right where you left your thread, and we're going to pull them wings back, jump your thread in front, and wrap back on them, but just not too far, because if you wrap back too far, that's generally what causes your wings, these duck quills and that, to split on you. So wrap back about to there, just like so. Push those back. There we go, that looks good. Okay, now I'm going to wrap back like so here, cover all those butt ends up. We're going to move back to just about above the barb here. Okay, next we're going to attach our tail, golden pheasant tippet, and I'm going to select a bunch here, probably 10 to 12 fibers. Could reach in with my scissors and snip that section off. Do it that way, it usually keeps your tips even. Measure that up a hook shank length. Come in, tie that on top here, just like so. Then we'll wrap back onto that, just a ways back, like so. Okay, a couple more wraps. There we go. Got one fiber there I'm going to snip out. There we go. There's our tail. Okay. Now we'll move that thread forward. I'm going to come in and snip off these excess butt ends here of the tippet. We'll snip those out of there. Just watch your thread. Okay, and I wrap that down. Stop our thread there. Okay. Now for the body, peacock herl, I have 3 strands here. Usually use 3 strands on a size 14. And what I'm going to do is line those up just like so here. And I'm going to snip off those brittle ends. We're going to tie that in right here on top. Wrap back to in front of our tail, and just before we get there I'm going to form a loop. And I'm going to make a peacock rope like I always do here. Make ourselves a little loop, dubbing loop. Lock that down. Wrap back and then forward. And we'll leave our thread there right behind the wing. Now I'll begin to spin this up, the thread and the peacock herl together. Grab the end with my hackle pliers. We'll start to give that a little twist, but you don't want to over twist it because it could break on you. Now we'll begin to wrap this forward. Our first wrap right in front of the tail. I'm going to give it a few more twists here. Just like so. Come forward. And just keep wrapping. One wrap right in front of the next. Till we get to our tie-off point. A couple more wraps here. One more. Okay, then we'll come down underneath and tie that off. A couple wraps behind it. Couple wraps in front, lock it down in place, snip off the excess, just like so, nice and close, and a couple more securing wraps. Okay, then I'm going to move my thread up, jump it in front of the wings once again. Okay, yeah. Okay. What I'm going to do now is take my half hitch tool, and I'm going to make a half hitch here and tie this. I want to tie my black thread off for now. Make a couple here. Secure that. Snug it down. I want to come in and snip that off. Now most of the time people use red floss for the middle section on their coachmans. But what I've been doing lately, I find it much easier, more durable than the floss. Just tie that off and then take some red thread and come right in the center, start that thread, wrap back, just like you were starting it on the hook. And then once you get back there, snip off the excess, like so. Then we're just going to form that red section. And go back a little ways and forward again, just like so. Check it. Then what I'll do is bring a large whip finisher in so I can get over top the wings. And we're just going to whip finish that guy off. Just like so here. There we go. Come in, slide it up, snug it down, come in, snip that off. And there, we have our center section on our coachman. I find that a very good method to use, but you can just use the red floss if you wish. Then I'll grab my black thread, reattach it in front here, right behind the eye, just like so. Snip off that tag end, jump back behind my wings again, and we're ready to attach the hackle. And I have two brown rooster neck hackles here ready, sized up, sized them for a 14. Going to tie those in next, right behind the wing. And I want those to be just in front of the body here, just like so. There we go, wrap those in, dull side facing back. Then we'll wrap right to behind the wing, jump in front, bring those quills on top. Just like so. A few securing wraps there. Gonna reach in and push those up. And I'm gonna come in with my scissors, snip off the tips. And that's where we want our thread, right behind the eye there. Okay, so all we have left to do is wrap our hackles. So I'll bring my hackle pliers in, grab the first hackle, bring it down. And I like to get 2 to 3 wraps behind the wing and 2 to 3 in front. So we'll attach that. Once I get a hold of him here, he's being a little stubborn. Just bring him back down. Okay. Okay. Reattach that once again here. Okay. Make that one wrap. And make 2. We'll go 3 behind. Move our wings back gently, jump in front, just graze the front of that wing, like so. Then we're going to make 1, and 1 more wrap should do it. Okay, I'll bring that up, tie that off, just like so here. Couple wraps, there we go. Release the hackle pliers, make a couple wraps. I'll snip off that tip out of the way here. There we go. A couple more wraps. Okay, there's our first hackle. Now take the second hackle, same deal, come down around, just like so. Grab that with my hackle pliers here. Okay, now same deal. But as you wrap the second hackle, you want to wiggle it back and forth. That way you won't trap down any of your fibers from the first hackle. The same deal. We're going to make 3 wraps behind the wing. Just like so here. Fold them back gently, graze them go right across the front of them. Just like so. Just keep moving the hackle forward. Just like so here. Just make sure it's the way you want it. One more wrap around. Gonna bring it up. Tie that down just like the first one. A couple wraps. And I'm gonna do a couple in front this time. And I'm gonna reach in with my scissors and snip that tip off gently. Just like so. Okay, just checking on my wings here. They look good. Just going to take my needle and split them apart here a little bit more. There we go. As you can see, they split naturally for you that way. You don't have to make cross wraps through them. A lot of times when you try that, that's what splits the wings on you also. So the next step is a half hitch or 2. First I see a fiber there I want to snip out right on top there. Snip those guys out. Okay, gonna throw in a half hitch. Whoops. Right, there's 1. Give it 1 more. 2. Snug it down. Okay, next whip finish. Finish this guy off, 4 to 5 turns. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come down. Bring that up, snug it down good. I'm going to come in and snip off my excess, like so. Okay. And there we have it, another size 14 Royal Coachman. Very good classic pattern. Been around for a long time, still catches trout today, that's for sure. So one last step, what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of hit cement. Put a drop on the head of this fly, right on the thread wraps there, and let it soak in. And just like so, there we go. Let that soak in. And he's a done deal. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial this time. And you can give this guy a try, give him a tie. And I'll see if I can bring in a close-up for you here. There we go. Give that a little turn there so you can see it a little better. You might find the trickiest part on this fly is the wings. Okay, so I want to thank you so much for watching once again. And if you're a new viewer and you like this video and you'd like to see more, just go ahead and hit that good old subscribe button and throw in a like too if you wish. So, signing out for now. Happy tying, everyone. I'll see you again soon. And so long for now, folks.